Hi and welcome. I'm Beck Sands. I am a visibility mentor who works with women to put life changing work out into the world. I help women tap into their uniqueness and their creativity to attract more clients and more opportunities. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I am very excited to share this topic, which is very close to my heart. And the topic that I'm covering today is how to move through inner blocks to share your work with the world. Now, this is something that I have faced time and time again when putting my work out there. I feel like it does get less the more you put your work out into the world, but it never really goes away. There's always going to be those things that come up that create procrastination, that has you second guessing yourself and the content that you're creating. But the work that you're creating is actually life changing. So we do need to hear from you. So I want to help you to move through those inner blocks so that you can start putting your work out into the world as well. So, how can you move through inner blocks to share your work with the world? And your inner blocks, just to give you a bit of background, these could be anything ranging from limiting beliefs and those deep-seated fears that can really hold you back from putting your work out there. So it could be beliefs that might stem from childhood. It could be something someone said to you. It could be just the words that you're telling yourself on a day to day basis, like, I'm not good enough. No one wants to hear from me. I'm not smart enough. I'm not, insert word enough. So we all have these kind of inner voices that will pop up from time to time. And these are the blocks that we do want to be able to move through in order to get our work out into the world so that we can be visible to our clients and potential clients and serve our audience as well as attracting those really beautiful opportunities to us so that we can grow our businesses. So, how can you start to move through your inner blocks? Let's dive into it. The first thing is to decide what it is that you're wanting to create and why. So, tapping into this every single day, what is it that you're trying to create and why do you want that for yourself? So, for example, I am creating a thriving online business that supports women to become confidently visible so that they can thrive in business and thrive in life. And I am doing that so that, firstly, I can support many women and support my clients. And secondly, so that I can also create the life that I desire, so that I can, grow a really incredible business that gives me that freedom and the lifestyle and the creativity that I so desire. And this is something that I tap into every single day, and that I really love to anchor back into when I don't feel like showing up or when something is holding me back. I like to really hold this vision in my mind. So I haven't given you the specifics around what my vision is in terms of like dollar value and, that kind of thing. So this might be personal to you. I have already, I guess, created a thriving business, but I'm still growing something even bigger. And so this is where I want you to get really, really clear on the specifics of what it is you're creating. And if it is a business, put that dollar figure around what it is that you want. So that you can kind of anchor into that and really feel into that whenever you're procrastinating putting yourself out there. Okay. So the second thing is to identify your ideal clients, pain points, and goals. Because when you know who it is that you're talking to, it's going to make sharing content and creating content so much easier. So I will just imagine like I'm actually talking to a client, or I'm talking to, like, someone in my audience who is going through what I went through a few years ago and really holding themselves back from putting themselves out there because of that kind of fear around like rejection, failure, even fear of succeeding. Because if you succeed, then you could become overwhelmed with clients. And that was kind of a big one a big fear of mine as well. So it could be, many, many different fears. But when you kind of tap into what it is that your audience is experiencing and what you can speak to that you can help to solve for them and help them move through that, then it's going to take the focus away from you. So it's not going to be so much about, okay, this is me showing up. It's more going to be about what can my clients get from this and how can I really support my clients, right? So have a think about that and your ideal clients. Yeah. Pain points and goals. So what are they? Is it that they're, like for me, it's that they are holding themselves back from showing up because of those fears, and they know they need a way to move through that, but it's feeling really hard for them, and they feel like they don't have time. They feel like they struggle to be consistent. They struggle to find the right content to put out there. And they know they need to do this in order to grow their business though. So yeah, really tapping into those ideal clients, pain points, and goals. The third thing to move through inner blocks to share your work with the world is to decide how it is that you're going to help your clients. So is it going to be free support to paid support? So obviously, clients are paid, but you can also help your audience with your free content, and that's what's so beautiful about this kind of online service-based work that we're doing, is that it doesn't just need to be supporting your paying clients, but it's also supporting people that can't afford to work with you or aren't ready to work with you yet. And you can support them in so many free or low cost ways through things like video and social content and podcasting and even books and things like that. So, you know, the work that you're doing is having a greater reach than even you can imagine. And so getting out there and really identifying how you're going to support your clients is really key, your clients and your audience. So having that kind of, obviously, that lead in, so the free content for those who are ready to take that next step and work with you. How can they work with you? Can it be through online programs? Is it through consulting? Is it through coaching? Is it through some sort of mentoring? Is it through an online group program? Is it through one-on-one work? So have a think about how you're going to be supporting your clients. And when you've got that vision, that kind of taps into that bigger vision that you have for your business and your life. And it'll make putting yourself out there so much easier once you know what it is that you're building and you know how you're serving and supporting your clients. And just a note on deciding how you're going to be identifying those platforms is that you want to make sure that you're reaching your audience where they're at. So where are they hanging out? Are they on LinkedIn? Are they on Instagram? Are they on Facebook? Are they on TikTok? Where are they hanging out? And can you go there to support them? And once you've identified that, kind of narrow it down a little bit so you're not spreading yourself too thinly across many, many different platforms. And that's going to help you to really hone in and focus, which is critical to managing your time so that you can be consistent, and so that you can show up consistently visible. And consistency is so, so key to building that trust with your audience. It's so much better to consistently post something once a week than to, post 7 times in a week and then not again for 2 months. So yeah, think about where you're going to show up strategically and then commit to that. And that's going to really help you to overcome blocks around showing up and around visibility, because you're going to have that strategy and you're going to be much more focused with your time and your energy and your efforts. Okay, so the fifth thing to move through inner blocks to share your work with the world is to identify and reframe some of those stories that are coming up for you as you start to take the action. And they will come up. I have no doubt about it. They come up for all of us. It's totally normal. So have a think about how you can start to identify some of those stories and to work on reframing them, which is called essentially mindset work, which is all anything ever really is, right? Like mindset work is the only work, really. You can do the action, but if you're telling yourself you're not good enough, if you're telling yourself no one wants to hear what you have to say, if you're telling yourself, just you're not enough, you're not worthy, then it's going to be impossible to show up and be visible. So, what you're telling yourself really, really matters. And some of those stories that can come up that, could be like I mentioned earlier, from childhood. So it could be someone's told you you're not very smart or you're not well spoken, or you could have a story about yourself that, you feel like I'm not a good speaker, or, you know, I don't like the way my voice sounds or the way I look or something like that. And so I want you to start to identify what's coming up for you and then start to reframe those. So, you know, the world needs to hear what I have to say. I support my clients every time I show up, and start writing down some of these affirmations that you can repeat out loud whenever that voice comes up that tells you that you're not enough and you're not worthy. Okay, now the fifth thing to do to move through inner blocks and share your work with the world is to schedule the actions that you need to take to create and share your work consistently. And then show up and do it every single day. And every single day, as you do that, just keep reframing the stories and know that you are worthy and that your voice is worthy and that we need to hear what it is that you have to say, and that you're going to support so many people with your experience and your knowledge and your skills and your energy. So, that is what I have for you today. So let's just recap on how to move through inner blocks to share your work with the world. So the first thing is deciding what you want to create and why you want to create it, and then writing that down and sticking it somewhere you can see it, like on a post-it note on your laptop or on the mirror in your bathroom or something like that. And then anchor into that every single day and tap into that why. The second thing is to identify your client's pain points and goals, and you can talk to that in your content. The third thing is to decide how you're going to help your clients, and that will help you as well to figure out where it is that you're showing up and to hone and refine your focus. The fourth thing is to identify and reframe the stories coming up so that you can move through those inner blocks and get your work out there. And the fifth thing is to schedule the action that you need to take so that you can consistently show up every day or every few days or however consistently means to you, whatever consistently means to you. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure that if you haven't already, sign up to my email list at becksands.com. I have loads of freebies as well as weekly emails to help you to become more confidently visible. Thanks so much. Have a beautiful day.